YouTube crew, what is going on, and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be coaching you through a 39 kill duo quads win that me and TCaptainX had the other day. He dropped 20, I dropped 19. We just kind of ran out of people to get the double 20s, but I'm going to be coaching you and give you some tips on how to be successful in duo quads. You know, we all have that situation where we go to queue in and we just don't get teammates. Now this could be duos or trios as well. These tips do apply. So as we're dropping in here, we are dropping control. First thing that I notice is I have the Diamante. This is my general landing spot just because there's usually guns here that I can grab an AR and something like that along with some plates. Then I'm going to go through my natural rotation here. We want to be cautious about putting ourselves in too hot of drops. I actually dropped the Diamante there. That's interesting. Okay, Chad, don't drop the Diamante. So if you have the Diamante flying in, keep that because it's really good. But you know, you want to be a little bit more cautious early game. Now, when it comes to tip number one, it is going to be play smart, and you really want to be making smart pushes. You don't want to be full sending, you know, quads and full squads, essentially, and putting yourself in harm's way. You want to play a little bit slower, play a little bit more patient. Yes, we want to still be repositioning and kind of going through our normal routine of that, but we don't want to just be full sending everybody. And this situation right here leads me to tip number two of playing smart. Guys, keep the game up. Right here, if I die right here because I get over aggressive and I challenge, TCap and I don't drop 39 this game. So I catch this guy going in, I'm able to get the down and the thirst, and then I actually hear one right to my right here. So I'm able to get the down and the thirst there as well. That's a situation where I have to take out those people. It's not me being over aggressive. It is a must-kill situation to stay alive and to get TCap back. So now TCaptain's back in. I can play a little bit more aggressive. And one thing that I will say is when it comes to he ends up going back down. So again, we're gonna play this a little bit slower here. Guys, I'm gonna slow down. They're on roof, right? And there's not really great angle to get up on roof, especially knowing that there's people on the skinny side. And I want to specifically highlight how I play this because you're gonna see how what I just said really factors in. So I get the down there, and I can't quite get the thirst. I see the second one drop in there, and then I actually see a third one. I don't know if you guys caught the third one. So there's the first one. There's the second one, and the third one just peeks the door. If it was the second one, I would reach out. But because it's three, now I'm going to go ahead and pull back here. That was a little bit of an ego chow, a little bit of confidence there. But we really want to play smart to keep the game alive as much as possible and really kind of play together as well. You're going to see us kind of come back together here in a second and play really well. We also get a little bit of solo quad in here as well, which is why I really wanted to use this gameplay. Now I hear one up above me. I'm going to go ahead and peek to the left here. I get the down and get the thirst. So tip number one overall, as I've talked about, is to really just play smart. Make smart pushes, be strategic about your plays, and put yourself in good positions. Now we get the down and the thirst there. I noticed there's two on my level, so I'm just going to shoot the automaton. Really cover that doorway to let TCap get back. Unfortunately, we don't really have any plates right now, so we got to be smart here. Watch how we play this. This is kind of tip number two right here. Play together and communicate well. So I'm going to go ahead. I calm that they're sitting in this room. Watch how we pinch this, right? So I'm going to push from the top. TCap has this bottom angle right here. So I get the hip fire right there. I get the down. TCap perfectly pinches the other side and takes that second angle, and we're able to get the down and the thirst there as well. Now we have one up above, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot him a little bit. I'm going to be able to get this guy. They love to fly back in. This is a little bit of the tough part with quads. It's very hard to win early game just because of the pace of play. People are always coming back in. People are flying back in on you. So unfortunately, we still don't have enough for loadout. Now, the moment we get enough for loadout, we need to buy it. It's one thing that I talk about all the time is, you know, even if you're in the middle of a fight, you want to get that loadout down if you can. So we finally get loadout here. We talk about farming kills, and we only have 7 teams left, and first circle hasn't even closed. We're going to farm this lobby very well. So tip number two is going to be play together and have good communication. Tip number three, which you're really going to see throughout this game us do pretty well, is just cash flow. You want to have cash flow. You want to have UAVs up as much as possible to go back to point number one, which is you really want to be making smart pushes. Now, instead of just pushing into grandma's, I'm just going to kind of take what I can get here. I get the down there. That's down number two. And I get the team wipe right there. Now, I know there's another team in grandma's house. So watch how we play this. I'm going to go ahead and push up. I'm going to use my cover here. I'm going to see what I can find. I don't see anything. So I'm going to go ahead and push over. Yeah, grandma's. Try to see what I can find. And this is a good mix of playing smart and playing with my team. Now, TCap goes to start fighting somebody in a really weird spot. He's in the stairwell. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge, kind of go to challenge with him, but ultimately he ends up taking care of that himself. So I was pushing back to play with him. He communicated, we're good. I'm going to go ahead and push this way. Now, this is where I play smart. I don't just push into grandma's house like a maniac, We're going to go ahead. We're going to take the jump spot. I'm going to get one down thirsted. I see 2 on my level. I'm going to go ahead and reposition out around back. So I'm going to go ahead and take this angle. TCap's going to push with me. We have a really good pinch going on. He's going to get the guy right there. Now we're going to go ahead and jointly push in this building. He's going to get the down, the thirst. Last one's flying in. So we're going to go ahead and leave him to farm. And right there, you see how we're playing together. We're playing smart. We're not just pushing into the buildings like crazy people. Now, as we've gone through tips 1, 2, and 3, if you are looking to get better at Rebirth and have found those tips at all helpful, my whole goal is to simply help you get better. So if you are looking to get better, take a few seconds, consider hitting that subscribe button down below so that my content gets pushed you a little bit more. And I do videos every single day. So if you want to know when I post, make sure you turn on that notification bell as well. Now, tip number 4 for you is really you got to execute. I said this kind of all week in my content that in these situations where we're outnumbered, you really can't make mistakes, or you got to limit the number of mistakes, because any mistake you make is a window for that opponent to potentially kill you, right? To get you down and then thirst you, because I did not even know that guy was there until so late, by the way. But any mistake that you make is really an opportunity for your opponent to take advantage. So now we are a little bit split here. I'm going to go ahead and pull back with TCap a little bit. We're going to start to reevaluate, try to figure out where the rest of this lobby is. I have 10. I'm not sure how many TCap has, but at this point we have 5 teams up. We have 5 teams still up. I see Heli. They need to get Helis out. Like, comment down below if you think they need to get Helis out of Rebirth. People are so annoying here. Now, TCap's going to go ahead and get a UAV here. I'm pushing kind of towards Car because Car's driving that way. And we see that the whole entire lobby's over here, right? So we have a few people back at prison that we want to keep in mind, but we have a team over at Chem and a team over at Bio. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that, really push back this way. I didn't mean to run into that wall, but I was trying to figure out where everybody is. And that's really good. One thing that I will say is you want to take note of where everybody is. When you pop that UAV, I would highly suggest at least opening it for a second to really get a sense of where all the teams are, not just the teams that you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and push in here, keeping in mind that the people are above me, right? Arrows above me on red dots mean that they're above me. But I don't know what level they're on. Could be on second, could be on third, could be on roof. So we're going to go ahead and push in here. And we are split. So I have to keep in mind at this point that TCap is not with me. So that changes it a little bit. Yes, I still want to be I need to be repositioning more. I need to be playing faster. I need to focus a little bit more on getting my thirsts so that people aren't getting revived. I'm going to go ahead and get the down right there. I'm going to go ahead and push up, see what I can find. I don't see anything up here. By the way, chat, just a quick little fun one here. You can actually jump from the roof into this window. That's what I was trying to do here. Unfortunately, I just missed it a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and challenge this way. I'm going to get the down and get the thirst. Now I get a ping as to where his teammates are below me in the stairwell. I got a UAV, luckily, there, and I am just short of having enough. But what's going to happen is I'm going to pop this UAV. Fire sale is going to happen in a little bit. I see one flying in, so I'm going to comm. I'm pushing back over with TCap now. A bunch of people over this way, so TCap and I are going to play together. And you really see how we're kind of alternating between solo quads and duo quads. And we're also communicating that, hey, I'm with you, I'm not with you. It's important to let your teammate know what your plan is and what you are currently doing so that everybody's on the same page. The last thing you need is a situation where TCap, thinks that I'm with him and I'm just not there for him. So we want to be communicating whether you're split, whether you're not split. I'm going to go ahead and peek in this way. I take a lot of damage, so I'm not going to go down here. I'm going to let TCap trade that. He's perfectly able to get both. We know there's one more flying in above, so we're going to go ahead and farm this team as well. Now, fire sale's up, so I'm going to go ahead and push back. I'm going to grab a UAV here in a second, but my concern is this guy right here. There's 2 people. There's one up top on roof, and there's one on my level. I'm concerned about this guy on my level kind of looking at by. So I'm trying to see what I can find. I don't really see anything. I'm going to go ahead and push over quickly, get a quick UAV. Wow, I really don't buy a UAV there. Big mistake. I'll tell you that much. That's a big mistake to not buy a UAV there. I thought I did. I should have. I don't know why I didn't, but I should have easily taken 2 seconds. It would have been very quick to buy a UAV there and then pop it, and we would have been much better off understanding levels. Like, we know all the teams are over in this building, but we don't exactly know what levels they're on, and levels is the biggest advantage that you can have when you're fighting in a building. So I'm trying to see what I can find here.
I hear him right above me.
I hear him right above, for sure. I just got to figure out where. So I'm just kind of playing building. I'm playing off angles. I see this guy here. I slide behind cover and perfectly play this heady. Look at the throwing knife. I finally hit a throwing knife. And that was a cool one. I even slid. But we're able to get that kill there. So now we have 12 kills. We have 5 other teams. And I am a little bit low plate here. And I do now have $6,000 for a UAV should we try to actually get one, since I already missed one opportunity. So I'm going to go ahead and play it up here, see what I can keep finding. Now TCap's back with me. By the way, I don't know if you could actually hear that. TCap had calmed, I'm not with you right now, which basically tells me play a little bit more cautious. I don't have another teammate. Now he's with me. Now we can start to play this a little bit more aggressive. Now I really want to talk about this situation right here. This is execution. This is our tip number 4 right here that I mentioned earlier. Execution. I see one. I can't go immediately push that guy. This is quads, right? Watch this. This is too predictable. I was right behind him. So if I go try to push that first guy, I get shot in the back. So a little bit of patience there just to see what happens. Now I'm going to go ahead and reposition all the way around. TCap's going to be careful taking the stairs. I told him, hey, be careful. That's a tough situation right there. And again, we're going to perfectly pinch this from right here. I'm going to go ahead and push in. I don't really see anybody. So I know they're in the stairwell. He calmed. They're rezzing. So we know they're pushing, or they're currently kind of out of commission. They're not doing anything. We're able to easily get that down. And that thirst and that team wipe. So we got 13 kills. We have 4 other teams still alive. And I was getting sniped at from basically somewhere near decon. I heard the shots flying, just couldn't find them. I check heartbeat. I see one below. And this is a really good example of playing together and playing well. And, you know, sometimes you do have to be cognizant of being close to your teammates and being in a reasonable situation to help if need be. So I hear him around the left side. I'm going to go ahead and challenge. Let's talk about centering right there, right? I center well around that corner, and I immediately get this mini-map ping right here. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge this. I take a lot of damage, but I challenge, and he sticks me with a thermite. So I'm able to get the team wipe, but thankfully, and I had self-revive, so it wouldn't have been a huge deal here. So maybe that's another little bonus tip for you, is keep self-revive if you can, just if you are fighting alone. This way, you won't have a situation, what's about to happen in a second. You'll see. TCap's going to end up, spoiler alert, TCap's going to end up getting sniped here in a second. But, you know, focus on cash flow and keep UAVs up and make sure you have self-revive throughout the game as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back here. I probably could have bought back, but, you know, let's not waste the money here. It's going to actually play a crucial role in helping us get this win. The fact that I take just a few seconds, he's safe, right? His head's below. We're okay up here to res, and it takes 2 seconds to res. We have plenty of time with gas, so I'm gonna go ahead and push down here. I got plates. I'm good. I'm gonna see what I can find. Unfortunate. Right there, missing shots with the AK. I should have had better shots there, but TCap's gonna absolutely clean up here in a second. TCap gets one. And right here, TCap got one, and I knew there were 3 on the roof. So I'm going to go ahead and play the precision. TCap gets 2. I see this guy right here, so I'm going to go ahead and challenge. TCap gets 3. Pay attention. Ghosted player. Keep that guy in mind. Don't forget about him. Ghosted player right here, right below me.
There's one ghosted.
So I'm going to go ahead and buy UAV real quick, and that's where I say, like, if I buy him back, we don't have enough cash for both of those things. So I'm going to go ahead, keep in mind that ghosted player. I'm going to buy UAV to see where those other 3 teams are and try to get a sense, keeping in mind, again, that the ghosted player's below. Now, TCap and I, again, perfectly spaced that. We cover for each other well. I see 2 down below me and kind of 2 over to the right by shore side. So I'm going to go ahead and challenge down below me. I can't believe I missed this guy in this corner right here. I just completely ran right by him. He's just kind of laying prone. But I see him watch the snap. Oh, yep. See ya. Get down. There's another one. TCap's going to go ahead and push from down below. Or up top. He's able to get the team wipe right there. And you see how we're, especially towards endgame as we come together, we're just playing different angles. We're spacing. We're getting a lot of kills where we're actually shooting people in the back because they're not anticipating. No, he has 20. I have 18.
That's fine.
And as I know how this is going to end. I got a few seconds here before it does. Really, the 4 tips to keep in mind is to play smart, be smart about your pushes, and play smart to keep the game alive. It's going to be play together and communicate your plan. The third one is going to be cash flow, and the fourth one is going to be really focus on execution, hitting shots, taking less damage. I'm going to see him down below. There's the ghosted player that has been there the whole entire time. That is a 39 kill win. Look at the damage, by the way, 7,500 for 19, and he got 20 for 5,800. That's because he's sniping. If you snipe, you generally get higher kills and lower damage. So I hope you found today's video helpful, coaching you through duo quads. Let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.